Hello. Uh, Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining this live video. It is very important for me to say I appreciate you all for what you have done so far, for your subscription, for your like, and for turning on the notification button. Thank you very much. So quickly, I would like to talk about the Arsenal team that is coming back from Dubai. Yeah, we know they have been away. They traveled down to Dubai for a break. All right, we know they've been on a break just to get a bit of fresh air in Dubai because it's very sunny in Dubai, and it's winter over here in the UK. And it's very important for the team to have a break from all of these happenings recently. So quickly, we'll be looking at what recently happened in terms of the APL, what the sanctions they recently imposed on teams like Everton and Nottingham Forest. It's a very, very, you know, bad one for, I would say, especially for Everton, who have recently had point deduction, who have suffered from the punishment of the EPL. All right, so they suffered a 10 point deduction, earlier this season, and ever since that 10 point deduction, they have been in the fight to sustain, the club, the team in the Premier League. And it has been a very good, moment for them, thus far in terms of trying to keep up with the pace, trying to keep up with everything that is happening in the Premier League. And I would like to say that it has been a very, very interesting moment. It's very interesting time, with the manager and with the boys. But with this current punishment that is being sidelined, that is being set to face the team, because they said they have breached the profitability and sustainability law or rule, and that will amount to some level of point deduction. We understood that Nottingham Forest last season, in the 2022-2023 season, they were on a shopping spree. All right, they were going all out, getting players from different, place of the different clubs, different places of the world, trying to solidify the team in order for them to have a chance of surviving the EPL for this season. And we saw that that took them even up to the last game of the season for them to stay up in the English Premier League. And Everton on their own, they've been making some, business, and they were not able to make, the profit. And we also understood that even club like Newcastle also lost over 70 pounds, over 70 million pounds. And it's crazy because when you look at all of these and you say, what is this club really doing? Why are they spending more than they are actually getting? All right, but we can also look at this and say the cost of players, the cost of getting quality players into your team has over the time increased due to the different the change in the market values and all. So these are things that I think the EPL has to also look into before these sanctions have been imposed on this team. Yes, we know that these sanctions were something that was agreed by the club, the English Premier League club, on what to do when a club go ahead to do more than what is expected to do. And this made people to say that if a club like Manchester City have not been punished up to now, when they've accumulated over 115 charges against them, and if they've not been punished, if they've not been sanctioned, if they've not been dealt with, why are all these little clubs being punished? Yes, we understand that is a factor, is a big factor, but what we understand is 115 charges is a whole lot of charges. All right, it's not something you just have to come up in a day and say, okay, you are done, and this is your punishment. So it's something that the EPL has said, these are the breach that Manchester City have done, and this is what we think is possible. So it's left for the disciplinary committee to look into it. Like, we know that Manchester City is appealing. They are appealing that particular decision, the appealing decision, and say, no, we are not guilty of these offenses. But I know, most likely that at the end of the day, there will be one or two breach that Manchester City will be found wanting. Over 115, it calls for proper scrutiny. So now we'll be looking at the Arsenal boys, the Arsenal team coming back from Dubai today. It's been a very good time for them, enjoying the sunshine in Dubai, then coming back to the EPL. It's an amazing moment. So we'll be looking at what Mikel Arteta and the boys will be doing in the weekend between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. If we'll know if the boys have gotten a lot of refreshment, if they've gotten a lot of good time, if they've relaxed, taking their time to look at the poor performances they've been putting on a couple of weeks ago, and how good are they prepared, to go forward in the season campaign. Yes, and also we'll be looking at what Mikel Arteta is also looking at doing in terms of his formation. What formation will he be playing? Will he be introducing the likes of Resnesi back into the team, giving more time to be in the team? Will he be giving Trossard the opportunity to come in? Because sometimes I feel that in some games, Trossard should be allowed to start the game, either from the left wing or from the first nine position. It sometimes gives Arsenal the opportunity, Gabriel Jesus the opportunity to move around the front three. And it's very important because Arsenal right now is being predicted. Most teams predict almost every move that the wingers are making and they will be making. And that makes it a little bit more difficult for Arsenal to overpower their opponent. And I think Mikel Arteta should put that into consideration, which player should be starting and which player should be resting. Is he going to put Bukayo Saka on the bench and start Renesi? Is he going to put Saka back in the team and tell Gabriel Martinelli to go on the bench while Renesi starts? So that is part of the things that he's going to look into going forward this weekend. So now we understand that they will be back. We are hoping that they have a good run after this period of break, and I hope that this period that they've had a good rest will be a new start for the Arsenal team going forward in the second half of the season. Please drop your comments. Thank you for joining us today. I hope to see you soon. Turn on the notification button so that when we come online, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you and God bless.